guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. I'm doing my best to try to hear you guys. We're headed to Portland right now on our bus.
Your nickname is Andy6. Can you please tell us how you got that nickname? Where did it come from?
As a child, I was very heavily influenced by things like, Motley Crue and Kiss and this sort of stuff. But as a kid, I would dress up as, Nikki Sixx or Gene Simmons and hang around my house and sort of, I guess, try to emulate them as best as possible. My dad would sort of tease me and call me Andy6. And then when I started playing organized sports as a kid, I always used the number 6 as my number for all my teams. So that sort of, I guess, was the way that originally it was actually AD6, which was because my name is Andrew Dennis, so AD6 as in 86. But I dropped that. I just started going by Andy6.
Cool. And you said you played organized sports. What kind of sports did you play?
I played hockey. I played hockey from about the age of 3 to about 16. Pretty heavily. I was in the Junior Olympics. I was an arch champion a bunch of times, and I played. That was sort of my outlet because as a kid, I really didn't have very many friends or much of a social life to speak of, and so I could sort of, before I could be taken seriously and being in a band, I could perform by playing hockey and being the best that I possibly could at that. And with it being kind of a very aggressive sport, I could sort of let out an anger that I had to, what was going on in my life in sort of a healthy fashion.
#1 on the Billboard Independent chart. So tell us about that. How did you find out about that, and how did that make you guys feel?
We found out about it, I think, the way that everybody does. You have family or friends who are like, well, we're checking out the charts, and we were all very excited. I think that it really sort of hit us when we opened up Rolling Stone magazine and saw, our photo in the back of the magazine and said, Black Bride, and described who we are to. You gotta understand that when our record was released, and even still, we really didn't have any mainstream support. And we're now obviously signed to a major label, and our next record will have more of a mainstream push. But that record, These Wounds came out on a very small independent label with almost no distribution to speak of. And for it to get as high as it did in the charts, to be #1 independent charts, it was great. It was very exciting. I think it's sort of a testament to how dedicated our fan base is.
So you guys are pretty successful right now. What kind of jobs did you and your bandmates have before you became musicians?
Well, being that I'm only 19, I really didn't have a whole lot of time for jobs. But, I'm lucky to say that I didn't have, I didn't have to really have very many normal, regular jobs. So, the rest of the band, everybody's had different things. I think at one point, I think Jake worked as a guitar teacher, and then those normal sort of things. But Ashley, my bass player, was a graphic design specialist at one point in his life, and I think we've all done different stuff. The closest I had to a job was as a kid. I was an apprentice for a street artist, and learned how to do screen printing and things like that. And it actually wound up benefiting me greatly when I started the band because I could screen print images and make T-shirts and sort of hand them out to the audience at shows. So before anybody really knew who we were, people would walk into our shows and everybody in the crowd would be wearing a Black Veil Bride shirt because I would just make them for free and give them to the people, so it looked like the audience was very much there to see us.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you were 19. You're really young, so how does it feel being probably one of the youngest frontmen out there?
I've never really felt like my age had really anything to do with what my music is or what my message was. Obviously, I understand that, but I'm also, 6'3" and have a very deep voice and conduct myself in a manner that's not really, associated with being 19, but it doesn't, I guess it's cool for me. At the end of the day, I get to do something that at a young age that not a lot of people get to do in their life, and I'm very happy about that.
So if you could be in any other band in the world besides yours, what band would that be?
I created this band sort of to be the band that I wanted to be in, so I couldn't say that I would want to be in any other band. Sorry, that's a lame answer, but honestly, at the end of the day, Black Veil Brides is my favorite band in the world, and this is why I started this band in the first place. This was the band that I wanted to hear and see, and it was everything that I thought was missing as far as what I was interested in musically and visually.
What about collaborations, as far as collaborating with either another rock star or a pop artist or a rapper? Who would you want to collaborate with?
I've been able to write a little bit with Mick Mars from Motley Crue, and that's been very exciting as well as to see other people. So, yeah, I think that I always love the idea of collaborating with people that you look to, because, at the end of the day, if you love something so much as a kid, you grew up loving it. The one thing that you can always see is, what you would have done better, or how you would have improved things. Someone that grows up loving Star Wars or something, they watch those films, and as much as they love them, they know that, oh, I wish that this would have happened here, or, you know, they always say that the best sequel to something is always made in the fan's mind. And so for me to be able to write with people that, you know, I grew up watching their music, it's like I can sort of improve upon the things that I loved so much as a kid.
Do you have plans for a new album, and how do you see yourself growing with that new album?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go back into the studio as soon as possible to record the next record, and we just kind of want to advance as a band. I think that we like the formula that we have. We like how the band sounds, and we don't want to let the fans down. We kind of just want to make a bigger rock and roll record with, you know, just what the formula that we currently have is.
Okay, last but not least, who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush. I don't know, when I was she's dead. When I was a kid, it was Vampira.
Good, that sounds good.
So you don't have a current celebrity crush?
I do. Gal Taylor Compton, who also coincidentally is my girlfriend. So.
Oh, that's cute. All right, thank you so much, Andy. We really appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Have fun on the road. Bye.